2012 Chevy Traverse, reduced engine power after engine replacement. Let's get to it. Morning viewers, welcome back to our channel. I'm sitting on a driver's seat of a 2012 Chevy Traverse. Engine recently was replaced in this vehicle. The car has 129,000 miles on it. Customer complaint, reduced engine power. They said after the engine swap, they took it in a test drive, and first it was fine until they got on the highway, and all of a sudden the message popped on the screen. So they didn't drive it much after. They just took the first exit, came back to the lot, parked it, and called me to come look at it. So the first thing that I did a full scan on the vehicle to save a copy for myself and for the customer. And I went under the hood. I haven't started the vehicle yet, but what I did, I removed the cover, and I wanted to look at the harnesses since the car has just gotten an engine swap. So I wanted to make sure that all these harnesses, none of these tabs are broken, nothing is disconnected, and everything looks good. All the locks are there, everything checked out where as my hand reaches. All the wiring, everything is tucked. Like there's a couple of stuff here and there, but nothing major. I see some oil leak. I don't know if that's coming from the power steering or anyways, but this is what I noticed. They try to repair it. I mean, that's fine if it doesn't make any issues. So inside the vehicle, when we go to the scanner, we have P0191 fuel air pressure sensor performance and P0300 engine misfire detected. ABS, it has history code, airbag history codes, body control module, battery carrying center. A lot of these codes because the battery was disconnected, engine was swapped, so I wouldn't depend on it. We definitely have to drive it. Lost communication, if you own a 909 or 919 or the Ultra, you always want to pay attention to what's not responding. That will actually take you off track sometimes, but a lot of times it will give you another indicator. Like you would think, sometimes you would think that, hey, I'm done here. The radio is the last thing that was detected, but if there's other things that in here and they're not responding, so might as well look at the list. Just a quick look, do not focus on it. But that's probably for other diag, not this one. So I would let me save a copy. All right, now let's quick erase everything. All right, engine pass no fault. That means we don't have a hard fault right now, so we don't have a disconnected harness or something. If that was the case, then the code would come back right away, or after a key cycle. I'm going to cycle the key, scan the car one more time, probably off camera, so trying to keep this video as short as possible. Let me do this and I'll come back with the results. Well, I did a key off, key on, and I started the car for 10 seconds just to do a what do you call it, like a start, one run. So some of the codes, criteria that you have to the engine to be running in order to detect that there's an issue with the car. But we'll drive it definitely. We'll do another scan. We'll watch some data pits on the live data. But for now, we don't have any codes. So the first thing that I want to do fuel trim reset. I don't know what happened with the vehicle before, so I want to start my numbers. We need to record that long trim fuel trim on bank 116, bank 220. That's high. That's really high. So let's do a reset and then go back. I am going to pull some data pits. Alright, so I decided to put the fuel trims, O2 sensors, engine speed, engine cooler, mass map, barrel, and a fuel pressure sensor. Remember, we had a history code for that. It was a performance, it wasn't a circuit. This is a cold start. Let's sit and watch, see what changes. I'm definitely going to watch these fuel trims. The short terms should change if we have any issue. The other values were they in a minus? The long trims? I think they were in a plus, right? I have to watch the video again. A minus means we have a rich condition. I do feel like probably one cylinder misfire, but it's not happening all the time. Watch the RPM. You see that movement? You see it? It's not happening all the time. But yeah, that's what I thought. It wasn't a plus, look. So now it's lean. We have a lean condition. Well, again, since the vehicle just had an engine replacement, I think I am going to attack air, because it might be a hose that they didn't connect, or they switched. Might be that blue thing that they try to repair. We're gonna go there, spray some starter fluid, see if that will change the RPM or will change the fuel trims. And it is in both banks. That's a really important note. That means it's something affecting both banks. They're not equal. I know there's a big difference between them, but we have to see which one is bank 1, which one is bank 2. I hate those 3.6 engines. They crap anyway. All of them, they come and shove them in all of their 6-cylinder vehicles, and Acadia, or this Traverse, or the Saturn Outlook, or all these vehicles, they junk. If you want to know a car junk or not, just go to a junkyard and take a walk in any section, and you'll see. If you'll see a car there as junk. That's why it's hard to find Lexus parts. Anyways, other inputs, fuel pressure, okay. Barometric pressure, map. We should have link condition codes. I don't know why. They probably didn't drive it much. Now it's correcting itself. Yeah, but that's not gonna be for a long time. I don't know if that's a correct value or not for the mass airflow. That's one of the things that I'm weak at, mass airflow reading. I need to study more about it. Let's take the vehicle in a test drive, see if we have a reduced engine situation. I don't have a code or a message yet. All it took is not even half a mile for the things to happen. But you know what's the weird thing? I don't see a check engine light. I don't know if somebody from before took the light bulb or the light bulb is broken. Look, engine power is reduced. I really didn't like the way it drove right out of the lot. We have a couple of messages came along, but that's good. That's good. At least now, well, this car needs alignment. Look at the steering wheel. Engine power is reduced. Service traction control and service stability track. Traction control off. Alright, let's go back to the lot scanner. Before I scan the vehicle, I wanted to look at the live data when I'm idling one more time. And I don't like how the upstream sensors act. They're not switching as fast as it should be. The downstreams are hovering around 6 to 650 millivolt, which is fine. But here, although the downstream should be more, but that's fine. But here, look at the switching. How is it going? It's not happening as rapid as it should be. I do feel the power is reduced. I don't know if that's due to condition itself, or is it a mode that the engine control module will put the system in. So the system doesn't damage itself. Coolant temperature, ideal air temperature. Okay, here. Fuel air pressure. Interesting. Well, I think this is wrong. This is no good. What was it when we started? Let me look at the video. I just watched the video. It was 700 psi. This is the fuel air pressure. This should be after the high pressure fuel pump, the mechanical one. That's why we had that code. Now I want to go back and scan the car. All right, performance, fuel air pressure. This is definitely our problem. Failed, but it's history. I think it's history because we're idling. Yeah, but let me look at the spec of that high pressure fuel pump. After talking to the owner of the lot, they do have the old engine, so without hesitation we're going definitely to replace the high pressure fuel pump. And I don't know if this is the sensor or this is a regulator, but we're gonna look at the computer to locate the fuel pressure sensor, and if it is here, then that's, you know, free parts. Might as well change them. I mean, I can stop the diag because we do have the parts where they don't have to spend anything out of pocket. Let's go back to the computer. Well, this is what happened. So the pump is living right here. As we said, it's covered by this cover. One screw, you take it out and then you'll be able to get to it. The sensor is separately. You have to remove this intake manifold, six screws to remove the intake manifold. Well, this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it's living under the intake manifold. It is on the fuel rail under, so it's a big job. Now that sensor was reading. My issue is with the fuel pressure. So what I'm going to do, since changing the pump is easier and it's cheaper, they have the pump is over there, so I am going to recommend to change the pump first, and we'll do our checks one more time. If the pump doesn't fix it, then I will continue my diagnose. If the pump will fix it, then we don't have to take the intake manifold and change the sensor. But even if the sensor has to be replaced, I am going to recommend a brand new from the dealer, not the one on the junk engine. That's the way it's going to be right now. I did watch the video. I will put a screenshot to the value. It was going between 700 psi to 1,500, 1,700 at some point. I will give you guys a minute to look at them right now. So it's definitely malfunctioning part. But remember that mechanical fuel pump, it is driven by a little lifter pushed by a little spring, and the camshaft actually what makes that. So sometimes, unfortunately, it's not the pump itself. Sometimes it's either a defect in the camshaft or that little egg kind of shaping thing that push it up and down. So if I'm in the area, they do have a mechanic. He's gonna do the job. If I'm in the area and I'll get a chance to take pictures and see what's going on, then I'll do it. If not, then I'll just update the case either by a video or a text. But for now, thanks for watching. When you go to live data, there's another section which is dedicated to fuel system. Let's go to this one here and start the vehicle. See the fuel pressure sensor right here? I want to watch this voltage. If it goes away, this is the electrical fuel pump. I want to watch this. If it goes away, that means we have a bad sensor. I want to take it in another test drive. Let me sit up here. Right here. Now we do have power. Now I feel the difference. Yeah, now we driving. Even the message, it went by itself. I didn't do anything. Yeah, now the car drives. The pump probably heard me talking about it. It was like, you know what? Let me work before they change me and throw me in the trash. Yeah, the car drives. It drives. Please happen. I'm gonna pause and bring you guys when it happened. I want to see the voltage. Although the voltage is not gonna be zero because it was reading 50, 60. It's not like it was reading zero. If it reads zero, that means yes, the sensor is not working, but it was reading. So I just wanted to give you guys confirmation that when it's good, it is a 800, 600 psi to 1500. I couldn't find any information in the laptop, that's why. And remember at the beginning of the video, what did I say? I said we should have a link codes because the car in a link condition, air is more than fuel. And I also said it is something affecting both banks. We should pay attention to that. And it is actually the case. You know, I'm glad that we paid attention to those notes. So stay tuned for more updates. It's been a week since I did a diag on this Traverse. Mechanic was away on a vacation, but he came back and he replaced the unit. And unfortunately, we're not at the lot. I met him at another location because he wanted me to look at another car. He said the car drives good, the Traverse drives good. I still want to do two things. I want to go to the light data and see what the pressure looks like. And I also want to take a look at the one that he holds. Unfortunately, we're not at the lot right now, so I'll do my best to stop by there and take a video of it. But I did a scan on the vehicle. Now we have pure fuel, rail pressure, sensor performance, past and history. We don't have a check engine light. It's not running yet. Go to live data, fuel system. There's the fuel pressure sensor, Z fuel pressure. right here, those two. Okay, let's start the van, the SUV, car, whatever. All right. Everything looks good. The desired matching the I mean the actual desire matching the desired. And let's go check fuel trims. A little high, I don't like it, but we might need to reset it and give him the car. Somebody might say you started with a good fuel pressure when I did the test drive before I left the lot. True, but he said he's been driving the car for a day, so if anything, it happened right away. Even the second test drive, I think it happened right away, even at the lot. So I think that's a fix. I mean, numbers don't lie, so I am going to wait definitely a minimum of a week before I post this video. And if anything, I will report or make a second video diet. But for now, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate your time. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit that little notification, that little bell to be notified about videos like this in the future. I do programming, I do tool reviews, I do everything that you might be liking in the future. So thank you so much. Well, the lot wasn't on my way, but I just made a time in my schedule to come and look at it. Usually those, either this spring break or this snaps out, or this, especially this, if there is any friction points with the with this right here, this will break. They will break from here. So, but this unit, it looks good, to be honest with you. Like this one, you see this one? There is a friction point right here, a spot. But I don't think this, I really don't know. Like, I don't know. Because there's a friction, then this is gonna warm up, and then when it warm up, this will expand and prevent it from going up and down. Other than this, it might be the diaphragm inside of here that is not good and not making it for building the proper pressure. But you know, I forget to show you guys what it is. Like the video, please. Subscribe.